Hello, welcome to another installment from Arizona Wings and Stings, bird feed control specialist. Today we're going to be looking at a concrete structure at the water treatment plant. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be closing off the areas with some netting and everything to exclude all the pigeons and other birds. So stay tuned for this new installment from Arizona Wings and Stings.
So here we are on another project we're working on. It's at a water treatment plant, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be closing off all these individual squares here. There's approximately 18 on one side and 18 on the other side. Most of these areas are, I believe they are about 11 or 12 feet across, and this side is about 5.5 feet high. So we are going to be closing these all off, and we'll get you some shots later on here as we go through the different processes so you can see what all is involved in doing something like this. Here John is using some ingenuity here. He's got a piece of wood here that he's got marked, and since we've had a little bit of rain today, we had to kind of come up with something a little different here. So as you see, we've got to mark each one of these individual holes here before we can drill them. So it's kind of a double thing. We've got to go through and mark them, then drill them, then put inserts in, put the lags in, and then run the cable, turnbuckles, and then we can finally hang the net. So the net's probably the smallest thing. Setting up the hardware and getting everything prepped takes the most majority of the time anytime we're doing any of these jobs here. Here we are drilling all the holes. You got to go through and drill each one of the holes individually. You got to mark them first, and then you got to go through and drill each one of these out. So it's pretty time consuming. Here we are. We've completed the cabling and putting in the small legs. See, each one of these openings is about the same. They're about 10.5 feet by about 4.5 feet long. So you can see we completely closed this in. So here we are, we're getting ready to start hanging some of this net here. As you can see, John is tied off on a retractable lanyard here. Because this is an open pit that's back in behind here, we need to be tied off on anytime we're up along the wall right there. So as you can see, John is right now starting to hang this net here on these openings here. We're working right now. We're working on the south side of the water treatment plant, and what's happening is we're closing these areas off in here. You can see here's one that we just did just a few minutes ago. And the reason they need to do this is, as you can see, all of this stuff back in behind here that these birds would love to get onto. So this is one of the big reasons why you want to have some netting on any kind of big openings like this. This place would be basically bird infested big time if it wasn't all closed off. You can see here we've got all these different ones right in here. Here we got Mike. He's holding the net so diligently, yeah, with a big smile. And here's John going to go through and be a contortionist here, closing his net off. You can see this is why we like to use the pneumatic hog rings. Some people use a like a little hand hogger that holds 50 hogs. These hold approximately 100 hogs. And you can see how fast we can go with this. If we had one of the hand hoggers, it's pretty much really slow going. Plus it really wears the guys out. So it's well worth a $700 piece of equipment here. Here's Steve working away. see, most of these openings are pretty much exactly the same size, and so it makes it really nice and easy for us to just cut a bunch of nets that all fit in, and we just grab one and start hanging it up there. We are using 2-inch black pigeon netting to keep the pigeons out of this area here, as I was saying earlier. As you can see, well worth $800 for a decent piece of equipment that helps us go this quick on a job. So here we are, we've got these all completed now. So as you can see, this is the way the netting all looks and everything. It's all looking really nice. See where it goes all the way down. Here we go. So anyway, this is the crew that worked on the netting job here. Let's get a close. Well, maybe I don't want a close up. Yeah, I'll get a close up. Yeah. Here we go. Here's Steve and Jeff and Mike and John. These are the guys that were all doing it in here. And they're standing right behind their net that they just hung over here. So anyway, this is the crew, because I always forget to take the pictures of the crew that does all the work.
Yeah.